Okay, here we go again. Now, I'm not sure what we're gonna try this time. Because...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Now, I've heard rumors that you can get out this window. So, I'm not sure how you get out this window, but I kind of want to try. Just to see if we can. Because you can't jump. So what do? You just... Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. We're so... Come on, Stanley. Get up over that desk. Oh my god. We're gonna get out the window. We got out the window. Man, we're good.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map.
Yeah.
Until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
It's very
bright. Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Okay.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like
no, I'm not doing
right
that.
Now.
Nope.
You could have done it just then.
Nope.
Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points
You're
and so many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Oh no.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly.
Ooh.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old, and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable, and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong, and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
It's a pretty good song.
You too
Me?
will become quite unbearable.
I'm not unbearable. I'm just playing the parable. Ah, I see what I did there. I'm getting into the song. Is this really all that happens? It kind of seems like this is all that happens. Well, that was a cute song. Let's just begin the game again. I might be looking at something that tells me how to do some stuff.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy.
I pressed face. I typed face punch, by the way, to get all of this.
Days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
Oh, I can't even go back out now.
Very soon now.
That's terrible.
He will be spoken to.
Oh,
he will be told what to do.
Come on.
Now it's just a little bit closer.
At least let me, like,
now it's
draw on the wall or something.
Here it comes.
What the... Huh? That was like the fastest ending I accidentally found ever that did nothing. Nothing. It
All
didn't.
of his co-workers were gone.
Nothing
What could it
happened.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, do you see this? Input received. I've put it in twice, and now there is 2 pink squares instead of 1 pink square. Well then.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go up. We'll go up to the boss's office, see if there's something new. Or if I can find something different.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Yeah.
Stanley decided to go
Hey.
up to his boss's
Hey.
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Aw, he locked up my broom closet. What a
Coming to a
jerk.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office,
No, I don't
Stanley was once again stunned to discover
wanna.
not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
I'm
But his
desperate for
attention was
clues
caught by a
about my
keypad behind the
situation.
boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
It opens a
In
secret
fact,
door
this keypad guarded the terrible secret that
to
lay
the mind
buried
control
below his
room. I
feet.
know.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin
It's
number.
2845.
But
But
of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
could I not have? Could I not have possibly known this? Fine.
Stanley
Two.
just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
Deal with
Stanley
it.
happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Pro
He stepped into the newly
sauce.
opened passageway.
Alright. Alright. We are this time going to go up to the escape. That is what we are going to do. Escape. Escape. Do 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 do.
Stanley walked straight ahead
Nope.
through the large door that read
Escape.
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I don't believe you. I have faith that this hallway
The door
will
behind
provide
him was
me.
not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity
Nope.
to turn around and get back on track.
Nope, 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 nope. Don't trust you.
At this
Gonna
point,
find out.
Stanley was
I'm
making
committed.
a conscious, concerted effort
I
to
have.
walk forward
I have made
and
this.
willingly confront his death.
I don't think I'm gonna die. I think you are lying. Nope. I trust you. Loading screen. Loading screens aren't death. Loading screens means there's more.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his
Maybe
life
I
had been
am
of
going
no
to die.
consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
Kinda seems like I
Trapped
might.
forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
No.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this
Yeah,
final
well,
end to
I
his
mean,
brief and shallow
Guess
life.
I'm about to die. Doesn't really seem like there's a way out of it. Here it comes. I'm gonna get squished. Oh. Oh.
Farewell, Stanley, cried
Whoa.
the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, that sounds painful. But then he didn't. Escape. The Stanley.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know. He seems to
When
just
every
like messing
path
with
you
me.
can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Hey, that is the office layout. Neat. Hello, computer. Hello, office doors. Hello, other computers. The two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerges as an extension of the explorers that contain the room. Oh, well, there you go. Filing cabinets are really boring. Solitaire. Employee database. Nothing. Credits. Written design by Davey Redden and William Poog. Thanks, guys. Your game is entertaining, if nothing else. Little weird. Boss's office. The office clock. So we've found a museum. Kevin Brighton, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. There are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game. I'm having issues hearing them. Huh. Cute. This is actually kind of a good idea. I mean, if you're going to put an Easter egg in your game, I mean, in this game's a bunch of Easter eggs pretty much, but like a museum of what you accomplished is kind of cool. To be able to, you know, just kind of show off what you were thinking and things like that, it's neat. Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with other parts of the game. The Zending levers. The game is now paused. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everybody. I can imagine that. What's over here? Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is preparing a new version of the Stanley Parable. Yeah, I played the demo of this, and the demo, when it came out on Steam, was actually like its own little mini level where he guided you through a bunch of stuff, and yeah. Number 1. Option. Doorway to maintenance in the lounge. 2 options. The following hallways follow the first 2 doors. It was important to get right since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. Cool. The apartment timer. In a previous version, the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. If not, picked up the phone would lead to a different ending. Oh. Cargo lift. The cargo lift was always had to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different pass. However, after the earlier version, we decided to also wanted to play falling to their death. Well, I guess we don't have to do that now. Final game, but we want it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Screenshots of the Stanley Parable HD remix. More endings, fewer endings. Larger, written, worst. Green light. Yeah, the game got green lit. Narrator emails. After the second trailer was sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in future promotion material, we never found perfect use for them. Here's a selection of those emails. In line with the previous announcement, will Stanley Parable have infinite quests? How many endings? If the Stanley Parable is really going to let me go shopping, I hope we'll have a fine selection of... Oh, okay. There's more skeletons in this world than humans. Thanks, and goodbye. Alright, well that's a good one to end it on. The internet never fails to let you down. $427. Not sure if there's much I'm missing or not finding at this point. The exit. Perfect. I think we explored this enough.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I do. Bye.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
Uh-oh.
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
I'm gonna
Don't
let it squish me.
time-
Yeah, I got squished. Pretty sure the results are the same. End up back at the beginning, or get squished by the machine. Whatever. Yeah, now it's making me hit escape and do it anyways. Alright guys, that was yet another Stanley Parable. Couple of endings. I hope you enjoyed. As always, like and subscribe. Tune in next time. Thanks again for watching. Have yourselves a good one.